Buying a house is no easy feat, but a lot of persons see this as the culmination of all their hard work. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jamie. If you're new, please subscribe. Turn on your post notifications, that way you won't miss when I drop any of the new videos. You can also connect with me. I'm on Instagram at Radcliffe. The link will be in the description below. Today I'm going to be taking a quick look at the process to get a home loan if you're going through the National Housing Trust. If this is something you want to know about, just go ahead and hit that thumbs up button to let me know. Everybody in Jamaica is supposed to know what the NHT or the National Housing Trust is. If you get a pay slip, you're supposed to notice that every month a portion of your pay actually goes to the National Housing Trust. But if you don't know, NHT is the arm of the government that is tasked with providing affordable housing solutions to qualified contributors. And they can use this money to whether buy, build or repair their houses. If you're going to take out an NHT loan, if possible, NHT is willing to fund up to 95% of your purchase. While NHT is willing to fund you up to 95%, the seller for your property might want a little bit more for the deposit. A lot of sellers require a deposit of 10%. But this is not set in stone. You can actually reach out to your seller and ask if they are willing to take 5% because NHT will put up the other 5% when they're disbursing the loan. Sometimes they might say yes, they might say no, but guess what? It's best to ask. When you look at it in money terms, if you're buying a house for $10 million right now, and they say, okay, they're willing to take 5% over the 10%, you just save $500,000 cash. In my opinion, right now, the most popular loan from NHT is the open market loan. Here, you can get up to $6.5 million to purchase a house. There's also a house lot loan where you get up to $2.5 million to buy a plot of land to build your new house. After you purchase the land and everything has gone through, you can still go back to the NHT to request a construction loan and they will provide additional funding to help build your new home. NHT is a financial institution almost like any other, it's just that it's a government institution. Now, as I said before, you can get up to $6.5 million or to purchase a new house or up to $2.5 million to buy a piece of land. All of this is dependent on your situation. If you are not earning enough to cover the loan, NHT will decide to give you less money than the maximum $6.5 million, depending on how much money you are earning right now. While the $6.5 million might not be a lot to purchase a home in Jamaica, you can possibly pool with somebody else and bring two $6.5 million if you're able to get the maximum and then make $30 million to purchase your new home. So pooling it is an option that you can take if you're not able to fully finance your house by yourself. The loan that I personally would love to get from NHT is a scheme loan. Reason being, NHT is willing to provide up to 100% financing for scheme houses. You could also get a service lot loan, which just like the scheme loan provides 100% financing. Now, these are not all the loans that the NHT offer. These are just some of them if you want to purchase a house or a plot of land. As somebody that loves finance, one of the most important piece of information that I can find out about any loan is the interest rate. Now, I just told you that NHT lends a maximum of $6.5 million and depending on your situation, you can get less money. When it comes to interest rates, it pretty much works the same way. Depending on how much you're earning, you can get an interest rate between 0% and 4% if you're getting a new loan. If you're making less than $30,000 weekly right now, the NHT is willing to give you a home loan at 0%. So you would not pay interest on your home loan if you're making less than 30,000 Jamaican dollars on a weekly basis right now. Between 30,000 and 42,000, you pay a rate of 2%. So you can see that the lower your income level is, the better it is for you as it relates to the interest rate that you're going to pay. Now, once you start making over 42,000, you're going to pay the highest interest rate that NHT currently offers, which is 4%. Now, all of these rates are new rates and they actually came into being in April 2020 when the government decided to drop the rates for home ownership. Now, for someone that actually had their loan before, they were not left out in the cold because they were able to get a 0.5% savings on their existing loans. And next thing to note, if you're a government worker, you also get an additional 1% saving on your loan. So if you're paying 2%, your loan will go down to 1%. If you're paying 4%, then your loan would go down to 3%. Just one thing though, you're not get a negative 1% interest rate if you're at zero already. So just know that. Cool? Just like with everything, you're going to need to submit some documentation to show that you actually satisfy the necessary criteria to get the loan. The first thing you're going to need from the NHT is something called an eligibility letter. The eligibility letter shows that you're able to get how much money the NHT is willing to loan you. And you will need this to show your potential realtor in order to get them to help you find a house. To get this eligibility letter, the first thing you need to start doing is submit some payslip to show how much it is that you're earning, as well as to show your ability to repay the loan. You'll also need to show that you're up to date with your contributions. Now, for someone who is paid monthly, like myself, what you will need to do is to actually reach out to your company and request something called a contribution letter. This contribution letter will show how much money you have paid over to the NHT over a period of time. It also shows how much money you're making right now. If you're self-employed and you can request a contribution letter, then what you need to do is to actually reach out to the compliance department of the National Housing Trust. They are the ones that are going to tell you if you're up to date with your payments to the NHT or if you need to pay some more money to kind of top up yourself to be eligible. Next thing you need to do is actually submit your ID. In order to qualify for a loan from the NHT, you need to be between the ages of 18 and 65. Now, once you get your eligibility letter from the NHT, you're going to need to show proof of your deposit. Remember that the eligibility letter is what you bring to the realtor to show them that say, hey, I can get this amount from NHT to buy a new house. And in true time, this is how the realtor kind of start get happy and ready to help you. But them also need to know that if the house costs 12 million, NHT is putting up, let's say, 11 million. You need to be able to put the other 1 million. So they're going to need to see where you can actually pay your deposit. So they're going to need proof of deposit. This is pretty much like your bank statement. Sometimes they will even take your JSE statement. So like for us investors that have stocks, we can show them the stocks that we own and say, listen, this is how much my portfolio is worth right now, so I can take the deposit from there. And we all know regular documentation that we would need to put up as well, you know, your NIS and your TRN. You can't really do nothing without your NIS and TRN. And everybody in Jamaica is supposed to have those like at a drop of the pin, right? The eligibility letter also lasts for only 6 months. So if you're unable to find a house within that time, then you're going to need to get the next one from the NHT. But as I say still, once you have eligibility letter and your deposit, yeah, every realtor are friends. So you're not supposed to take 6 months to find a house unless you're extremely picky. Once you find the house, you're going to need to go back to the NHT, and to be honest, you're going to need to go back to the NHT with pretty much all the same information that you did when you were applying for the eligibility letter. But this time, you're going to bring back the sale agreement as well as proof that you have already paid the deposit over to the seller or the seller's lawyer, whichever the case may be. A copy of the title, a water bill for the property that is fully paid up, surveyor's report, and evaluation for the property. Once you find all of these and the NHT decides that they want to have an interview with you, this is where you will know if you're getting the loan or not, how much you're going to pay back and all of that. Now, once you go to the interview process and you sign up the documents from there, then it's pretty much out of your hands. It's going to be in the hands of the lawyers for the NHT, lawyers for the seller, and your lawyer as the buyer. Because as a buyer, it's best to get your own lawyer to deal with the transaction. And once everything's done, they will notify your lawyer, who will then notify you to pick up all the necessary documents to go and take over your new home. The NHT is not the only place that you can get home loans in Jamaica though. Pretty much any bank right now in Jamaica offers a mortgage loan option. It's just that it might be a little bit more expensive than the option offered by the National Housing Trust. But it is an option that is worth looking into. If you're not able to pool together with someone else to get your house, you can use the NHT and the bank to get the full money that you need to buy your house. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on your post notification, alright? Plus, if you have any ideas for future videos, you can just drop them in the comments as well. I try my best to do these videos. Now, until next week, guys. Bye-bye.